There are so many options when it comes to game passes in Dress to Impress. I often get asked which ones are the most worth it to buy first. Of course, these passes aren't necessary to play the game and make great outfits, but they can significantly enhance not only your outfits, but overall game experience as well. So I've compiled every purchasable thing in the game and ranked them in order of lowest to highest priority, so you know how to get the most out of your precious cash. I'd like to reiterate that game passes are not at all needed, and you can still definitely enjoy the game just as much without any of these. However, if you don't mind spending a little bit of money or just want to plan for the future, I'll explain my reasonings for why I feel like each one is worth it throughout the video. So in 12th place, I have put 2 times money. This basically doubles all the money that you collect, the pink cash that you can see up here. So for example, if I pick this up off the floor, that gave me 6. But if I didn't have this game pass, I would have only got 3 from that. And that also counts towards all of the money that you earn from playing rounds. Although this does add up over time, I definitely think that it's not needed, especially for the price that it is. This might differ based on region, but in my country it is 399 Robux, which is definitely overpriced in my opinion. I think if you're a completely new player and you don't have any of these items here, it could be worth it if you want to speedrun getting them. But again, all it changes is the speed that you'll earn them. And I think if you're an experienced player and you already have most of these items, it's definitely not worth it, especially with the lack of pink cash items that we're getting recently. So personally, I think it's definitely not something you should be prioritizing. In 11th place, I have put this luxury dress right here. I think this might be the oldest Robux item in the game, but don't quote me on that because I don't know. So when it came out, I would assume that this was a very good item, especially to have a floor-length dress, because there used to be quite a lack of those, but nowadays we have many of those, so it's just not really needed. It also layers quite weirdly with other items. It's really difficult to make look good. This is one of the only outfits I've used it in recently, and I used it for this brighter red part at the bottom of the dress. However, without this outfit would have looked completely fine anyway, and it's probably my least used item in this entire game. It sticks out quite a bit at the bottom here, so like I said, it's difficult to layer, and honestly, I just don't think it's worth it. It is also 249 Robux. You could definitely get better quality things for that price nowadays. In 10th place, I've put this Futuristic Set. I say set, it's one item. Futuristic Suit, that's what it's called. Okay. It is only 59 Robux, which is very cheap. However, I wouldn't want to be spending more than that on this anyway. So if you don't mind spending those little bits of Robux you have left over, then I think you could probably get this, but it's just a very boring shape, and honestly, I don't think it's useful in the slightest anymore. You could literally recreate this out of other items. I don't think it's an entirely bad item, I just think it's not worth spending actual money on. Then in 9th place, I have put the French luxury bag. That is this one here. Now, it is a very pretty bag. However, I feel like spending money on these bags is just really not what you want to be the top of your priority list. I do use it quite often personally, especially this toggle here. I think it's one of the better ones out of the bags that we have, but I would hope so if it was a paid one, you know what I mean? It is only 99 Robux though, so I guess it depends if you think that it's worth it. There did actually used to be 3 Robux bags in the game, but 2 of them have added whole sets to them. So this is the only one left that is just the bag on its own. But we have so many other bag alternatives, like we have all these in VIP, this one up here too, a couple over here, and some here too, so I just don't think it's necessary. Okay, in 8th, I have the Queen of Hearts set, this one here. This is definitely one of the better Robux sets. It's more recent, and the pants are definitely worth it in my opinion. These are very good for layering with jeans and other pants in the game. However, this top here I do have a bit of an issue with, because if you put a pattern on it like this, it gets rid of the gold rim around the edge, and the same happens if you try to put materials on it like this, which is very annoying. I don't know why it does this, to be honest. Probably to do with the way it's modeled, but it does have a few different toggles to it, like this one and this one as well, and then you can toggle the lace on and off too, which I think it's nice, and it's definitely one of the better ones. I'm not faulting it for that. However, this would be higher on the list if it wasn't 400 Robux. I personally don't think this is worth 400 Robux, but if you have the Robux to spare, I would say it's probably worth getting. Now in 7th place, I've put the Moongazer set here. This is actually reworked. It used to look a lot different. You can actually change it back to the original one, and with the skirt here too, and then the crown and the sleeves were a new addition to this when it got reworked. It used to just be these two. Now when I tell you these used to be the holy grail of items in this game, this skirt got overused like crazy, so I think it's nice that they've added this in as an option. You also get the only skirt toggle and then the toggle for just these side bits as well, and you can turn the glitter on and off, of course. And then for this one, you can also turn the glitter on and off. However, I think that the main reason I've put this higher than others is because of the crown. This is one of the best crowns that we have in the game, for sure. I can show you a quick side view here. So it's layered, it has this part at the front and then this at the back here. It's very versatile, very useful. I think the sleeves are very nice. I use them a lot. You can toggle these, be sheer and opaque. Although I'm fairly sure these are the wrong way around, actually. If I click opaque, they go sheer. But anyway, maybe they'll fix that soon. This set is $299, which I think is reasonable for this, honestly. They're all very useful items and the crown especially is very high quality. Okay, in 6th we have the Haunting Beauty set here. I'm gonna take the face off. This looks really creepy. Yeah, that's better. This one here. Now with this set you actually get 6 items, which I think is really good value. And every single one of them are very high quality and very useful in my opinion. This dress here has so many different toggles. So you can do skirt only, corset only, cage skirt only. This is really cool. And then you can toggle off the different things as well, like this and this. I'm just showing you all the different ones. So out of the Robux items, I think this one is definitely one of the more worth it ones. Let me just show you the arms real quick. There you are. However, the nature of these items are for a specific niche, and I think it's going to be harder to incorporate these into a lot of your outfits unless this is leaning into your style. And I think if I'm spending money on something, I kind of want to know that I'm going to use them regularly. But again, this is personal. Like, it depends what kind of things that you like to make. This one is 259 Robux, which I think is very good value for money. You definitely get a lot of good stuff out of it, so I would definitely recommend. And in 5th place, I have actually put 2 in the same spot, and that is this set here, the Denim set, and also the Rich Girl set here. With both of these sets, you get multiple different items and also quite a few different toggles. So with these pants here, you can toggle off these straps. The bag, you can hold it in front, on your elbow, or in this hand here. This top is one of my favorites in the game, I think. You can do the whole thing, or you can do just this top here, or only the choker, and then you can toggle on and off the choker. It's very customizable. If I take these pants off as well, you can see these boots are very tall and have quite a thin material, so they're quite skin tight. I honestly love these boots. I use them all the time. I'll just give you a quick close-up of the bag as well. I like it a lot. And then we have the Rich Girl set here, which you have some more really nice boots. These are more plain than the other ones, but they're a good shape, although they are quite similar to the Scarlet Fierce boots. And then this top bodysuit kind of thing here, you can toggle the jacket off, and then you can have just only the shawl here, and you can toggle these chains on and off as well. So although this is 3 instead of 4 items, you can customize this quite a lot as well. So this bag here used to be its own item along with one that I just showed you, and I think this might be my favorite bag in the game. It's definitely a good one to get in my opinion. So both of these sets I think you can use in many different outfits, and by different I mean like versatile, different styles. And they're definitely more casual than the other Robux items that are quite extravagant. They are both $2.99, which I think is a reasonable price for what you get, so I would put them the highest on the Robux items list. Okay, so now we are done with the items. Now there is only game passes left, and in 4th place I've put VIP. This might be surprising because VIP is kind of the main one that people think of when they think game passes, and although it has many great amazing items like all these around here as well, and then also a lot of the stuff in these seasonal packs are from VIP as well, so I think it's definitely worth it to get. Although it is the most expensive game pass in the game, it has its own section over here. It is, I think, 799 Robux, which in my opinion is a definitely reasonable price for the amount of stuff that you get out of it. They are constantly adding new stuff to it too, with big updates and whatnot. The thing I will say is definitely don't get the monthly VIP unless you genuinely don't think that you're going to keep playing the game for a long period of time. Definitely don't get the monthly VIP because the Robux will add up over time and it'll end up being a lot more expensive than just getting the permanent VIP. The reason I put it in 4th is because I think the next 3 that I'm going to tell you about are definitely more needed than VIP. And there are also so many good items outside of VIP and in codes and rewards. If you're thinking of getting game passes, I think it's definitely one that's worth it to get if you're going to spend your money on this game anyway. In 3rd place, I have put the Run Faster pass, which lets you adjust your walk speed with this bar here. So for example, if I'm on 100% speed, I can walk around the map very quickly. For reference, this is what 50% looks like. This is normal walking speed. It takes quite long to get to different places. And then you can also put it really low as well and walk very slowly. And you can customize this like completely to how you want it to be. I think this is one that definitely improves your gameplay experience, especially when you're playing rounds. It's a massive time saver. So say for example, if you were over here and you suddenly thought that you wanted a hat from outside of VIP, it only takes this amount of time to get to them if you put it at full speed. And if you didn't have that, it would take double that time. So if you're on a time limit, definitely worth it. I would also say it's very cheap, being at 149 Robux. I use this literally every time I'm playing the game. It's very overlooked, but honestly it's so worth it in my opinion. A little side note, if you happen to make content or videos on this game, a lot of people will use this for showing off their outfits in their videos. So for example, if I'm doing a short and I'm doing like a, oh, you see this person walk out of VIP kind of thing, I'll always put my walk speed down and then do this. It looks a lot nicer than, for example, if you had it at normal speed and then you walked out really quickly. It still works, but I think it's good to have, and it gives you that little bit of extra aura too. Now in second place, I have put increased item limit, which is right here. It is 129 Robux, which I think is a very reasonable price. It basically expands your item limit from 18 to 24, so you get 6 more slots over here, which doesn't sound like a lot, but honestly it's such a game changer. It allows you to add so much more detail into your outfits, and especially if you're playing in free play, it opens up so many doors for creativity, and especially with item adjustment, it's definitely a must-have in my opinion, especially for the price that it is. Now the number 1 spot is saved for probably the best game pass in any game that I've ever seen. I think the difference between having this and not having this can honestly make or break an outfit. I've said this before, but if you have a good outfit and a bad face, it turns it into a bad outfit. So that would be custom makeup. The amount of creativity this opens up is indescribable. You have so much customization that you can choose from, and honestly develop your own style just within this one game pass outside of everything else completely. Me and my friends will be able to tell who has made the face based on the custom makeup and their style. That's just how customizable it is. People can literally recognize who has made it based on just the makeup. Of course, there are some very good preset faces as well, especially recently, the ones that have been added, but making your own faces honestly levels this up so much in a way that I don't even know how to describe properly in words to you. You just need to mess around with this yourself and understand how next level this game pass is. You can also save your faces as well, which is so useful and saves so much time in rounds. So it's not like you have to sit here and make a new face every time you join a game. I think, remember, you can have 85 saved at a time, and you're able to just literally flick through them like this. It's so nice. And custom makeup sits at only 349 Robux. It is one of the more expensive ones that we've listed, but it's honestly so worth it. Even if it was the same price as VIP, I think I would still say it's worth it. And you could honestly ask anyone, and I think they would tell you the same, that custom makeup is the best game pass in the entire game. I hope that this list was useful for you and that you got some good information out of it, whether you are planning to buy game passes right now or later, or if you were just interested in what I had to say. Like I said before, you can definitely play and enjoy this game without any of these game passes. I think they just add nice things to the experience and make it a little bit more premium, if you will. Thank you very much for watching. If you could drop a subscribe and a like, I would be eternally grateful. And yeah, have a great day.